right? First and foremost, want to give a call halal to Yahweh by Shema Mashak Womanak Yabashah. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, which the world calls God, right? And Yahweh Shah is the name of his only begotten Son, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ, right? First and foremost, want to give a strong shalom to all the mighty men that's going out there laboring, right? Presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice, doing all they can to wake up the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Not only that, they're enduring the elements, the 100-degree weathers, freezing below codes, and everything that's trying to hinder the work of the Most High, right? Shalom, shalom. Want to give another strong shalom to the Akwath, all right, the sisters that are at home, but they're reverencing their husbands. They're being teachers of good things, tender, delicate, and on fire for the Most High God. Shalom, shalom. Last but not least, want to give another strong shalom to all of my teenagers and children in the truth, doing all they can to make their calling and election sure in these last days. All right, it's Brother Tazamah, and the topic of this cold cut is titled, right, Keep Your Eyes on the Prize. All right, the topic of this cold cut is Keep Your Eyes on the Prize, or this will happen. All right, and seeing, it's manifold prophecies kicking off, right? It's almost the end of the year, and there's many more prophecies to kick off. Seeing that these a mass amount of people, and guess what? They coming. People all over is waking up, right? Families is waking up in these last days. What else? Right? People coming back to righteousness. More demons is increasing. All right. On a political level, different nations, the wars is starting to brew up on a major level. So it's imperative, if you're in this truth, right? As they say in the world, you have to keep your eyes on the prize. All right. What does it mean by keeping your eyes on the prize? What is the prize? Right? What a prize is the kingdom of heaven. That's the prize. Right? If you in this truth, 9 times out of 10, you're enduring to kingdom to come. Because right now, let me get that in Hebrews chapter 13. Right now, we don't really have a city. All right, we don't have a place where I want to go back to. We don't want to go back to Jerusalem, right? Not the one on this earth. This Jerusalem is filled with wickedness. So we really don't have a city right now. But we looking for one to come. All right, let's go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, and I believe I want verse 14. Right, it's the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and 14. It says, "For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come." Right? So right now we don't have a continuing city, but we seeking a city to come, man, which is New Jerusalem, which is going to be in the kingdom. All right? So that's the prize, and your eyes should be on the prize. All right? Your eyes shouldn't be anywhere else except on the kingdom. You have a lot of brothers and sisters, they get distracted. All right? They get comfortable after a while, and their eyes start to wander off. All right? Then the Lord said, let me get that in Numbers. Right? That's really why, we wear fringes, because us as a nation, we love to go a whoring with our eyes, man. Right? Let's go to Numbers 15. I'm going to start at verse 38, the classic. "Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be to you that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye use to go a whoring." And that's the problem with the nation of Israel. They always wondering, their eyes is always wandering somewhere else, man. Yet they have something in front of them that they're supposed to focus on. They have set goals. They have things that the Most High has given them to keep their eyes upon. Yet Israel always loved going a whoring with their eyes. Here you have it. We supposed to have our eyes on the kingdom. You got brothers, they drifting off into the sports world, man. We supposed to have our eyes on the kingdom. Got brothers drifting off into women, getting caught up with women, getting caught up in gambling, right? Hey, that's a heavy spirit, man. You got brothers gambling on a Sabbath day. All right. You got Eve, her eyes is going to whoring. She's getting enticed by the cares of this world, the status, the instant gratification, attention from other men. So the Lord gave us really these fringes so that we wouldn't go a whoring with our eyes. Again, what is our eyes supposed to be on? Our eyes is supposed to be right in front of us. What's in front of us? The things to come. Everlasting life. All right? Immortality. Peace. A place where it's going to be nothing but righteousness. So if you take your eyes off the prize, hey, you're going to get caught out there. If you take your eyes off the prize, you are going to be back in the world. There's no maybe you half in, you lukewarmish. If you literally take your eyes off the prize, if you don't get your eyes back on track in a matter of time, you're going to be back in the world. All right? Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 9. All right? This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse number, 24, right? It says, know ye not that ye which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. Right? When you came into this truth, guess what? You are now running a race. All right? You was put into a race. What you mean I was put into a race? Brother, you was set up by the Most High to run a race. All right? Your course. And in that race is going to be obstacles, trials, afflictions, tribulations. Might be vipers, snakes. Nevertheless, you have to finish running the race that you began to start. Our forefathers, they ran race, right? Let's go to Hebrews real quick before we go back to that. Let's go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, right? This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, and verse number 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. So that great cloud of witnesses is everybody that's mentioned in Hebrews, the 11th chapter. That's your great cloud of witnesses. Not only that, and the Lord said, let us run with patience the race that is set before us. All right, so you in a race, you have people that run in a race. When you run in a race, if you have ran track before, and you know that you got to keep your eyes on the finish line, man. You know you can't be drifting off into the crowd. You can't be looking back to see if the next brother is finna pass you up. When those people run track, their eyes is literally straight in front of them. Nothing more, nothing less. They're not looking down at their shoes to see if their shoes is untied. Their eyes is straight on the finish line. Right now, like we were saying earlier, yesterday, through the spirit, you had this one race with this one brother. He was running in a track race. He was in first place. Then he started to look at the jumbotron screen. All right, he was in first place. Then he started to run. Then he started looking at the screen. And as he was looking at the screen and his eyes wasn't on right in front of him, he got passed up and he lost the race. All right. And guess what? That's compared into this truth. If your eyes go back and your eyes is only going to go into one place, and that's sin, that's wickedness, that's mischief. So if your eyes gets drifted off the kingdom, now it's drifted on your job. Certain people, they lay their eyes on weed, a good time. You have Eve, they just want to have a good time. The flesh, pleasure, slothfulness, kicking their feet up, laziness. If you lay your eyes on these things, and the Most High is going to get, the Lord is going to give you what you put out. The Lord is going to say, okay, you want that? Here, I'm going to give it to you. And once the Lord has given you that, you have now lost the spiritual things. Let's go to Sirach chapter 2. All right. Let's go to the book of Sirach chapter 2. All right. It's the book of Sirach chapter 2 and verse number 7. It says, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. All right. And that's what chiefly happens, man. You run in a race, but you have certain rebellious men and women. They start getting easily distracted, man. You have those people, those type of people in the world. People that got a short attention span. All right, they'll focus for 5 minutes. Then guess what? 10 minutes later, they drifted off somewhere. They drifting off into space. All right. Got the people that they can't stop moving. They got ADHD, ADD. And when you come into this truth, it requires you to stay focused for a long period of time. Because the moment you lose focus, that's the moment that you're going to fall. What are you going to fall into? Death, the snares of Satan, the world. It's countless of time. I mean, we say this all the time. We've seen brothers that has ran the race, sisters that have ran the race. And yeah, they was focused for a while. All right. They was keeping the commandments. They was running the race at a nice, steady pace. But then they started to drift off. They stopped looking on what's in front of them. They stopped pressing toward the mark. They start asking themselves, well, how long is this race going to be? All right. How long is Jake got that how long spirit? Are we there yet spirit? And when they took their eyes off, they slowly waxed worse until they completely fell out of the truth. Now you got sisters, they going drunk bowling. All right. Literally. They stopped, they took off their dress, took their eyes off the prize. Now they doing drunk bowling. And then man, this is off. Tap out tattooing. All right, you just get so many tattoos till you just damn tap out. That's off. But if your eyes is not focused, you got to be focused for a long time. You got to be focused for the rest of your life, man. You got to keep your eyes on the kingdom, on the prize for you the rest of your entire life. We don't have time to drift off and look at other things. Oh, what's this? And what's that? Else, guess what? Somebody then pass you. You start slowing down. You're not moving at the 3. Let's see what the Apostle Paul said. All right. And you're going to have things on the race. They're going to try to distract you, man. All right. You might have women try to wave at you. People offer you money. All right. People entice you to come hang with them. Your family there might be at the race on the side. They saying, hey, you just come take a water break. And you got to be, as they say, tunnel vision. All right. Tunnel vision is when you just locked in. You got to be locked in on the kingdom. All right. And you could tell if a brother is locked in or not by his actions. All right. You could tell, it's like your Philippians. All right. You could tell if a brother is locked in, man. You could tell if a sister is locked in. Okay, dang, this sister, she really cares about her nation. She's locked in. She's giving alms. She's making sure the body is good. She's literally helping out in whatever the body needeth. You can tell if a brother is locked in. Okay, dang, this brother's, he's doing counsels. All right, he's fasting, praying. He's exhorting the people. He's doing videos. All right, he's giving to the poor. And then you got the men that's not locked in. They barely read. They used to read, but they stopped. They fallen victim to the same demons. They going back to their own vomit. All right, they pretending and feigning themselves to be righteous, but they just losing it. They not locked in anymore. That's why the Apostle Paul said this. All right, this Philippians chapter 3 and 14. Philippians 3 and 14. It says, I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God and Christ Jesus. So Paul said, hey, I'm pressing toward the mark of the prize. Paul knew about the prize, man. The Apostle Paul, he really wanted the prize. To the point where he said, hey, none of these things is going to move me. How hard are you going to fight for the kingdom? How hard do you want the kingdom, man? A lot of brothers, you don't really want the kingdom as much as you say you do. Yeah, I can't wait till the Lord beam us up. Well, your actions is totally different. You're not even locked in. You focused on your dream house. All right? You focus on trying to make it big. You got brothers trying to be rappers in the world. All right? Yeah, I'm trying to get this contract. They in truth, they trying to make it big on rapping. All right? Trying to be fashion designers. Getting caught up in the affairs of this world. So again, you have to ask yourself, guess what? Do you really want the prize? Because a person that really wants the prize, guess what? They're gonna press toward that mark. They're gonna be persistent. And they're gonna really want it. Every day they could wake up, they thinking about this thing that they want. Every day they wake up, they thinking about the kingdom. How bad they want the kingdom. Right? They can't wait to get their hand. They can't wait till they make it, man. They can't wait till Yahweh Shai saves them. By all means, they're going to do anything to make their calling and election sure. They're not going to slack. They're going to be fervent. They're going to show a pattern of good works. They're going to do all of these things because they really want that prize. Right, let's go to the book of Proverbs, the 4th chapter. Hey, through the Spirit, we'll do, and Lord willing, we're going to do anything to get that prize, man. Hey, that's how bad we want it. Again, we don't have a city, man. We don't have nothing here. Everything is temporary. Everything is vain. Stuff could be here today and going tomorrow. Only thing we have is Yahweh Ba'ashem Mashiach like Yahushua. And our only job to do is to magnify his name. Everything else is irrelevant. Honestly. Everything else, guess what? That don't matter to me. Hey, we don't want the clout, man. We don't want the fame. We don't want to fit in. We really don't want to be like, I really don't want to talk to people. We want to be locked in. Tunnel vision. Right? It's Proverbs chapter 4 and verse number, I'm going to start at verse 20. My son, attend to my words, incline thy ears unto my sayings. Let them not depart from thy eyes. Keep them in the midst of thy heart, for they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh. Right? Verse 23, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out it are the issues of life. Put away from thee a perverse lips, and a forward mouth, and a perverse lips, put far from thee. Let thy eyes look right on, and let thy eyelids look straight before thee. So the Lord commanded you to have your eyelids look straight before you. What are you looking at the next brother for? What are you looking behind you for? You got people looking behind you. Hey, didn't the Lord say, remember Lot's wife? Hey, what did Lot's wife do, man? Did she look straight ahead? Didn't the Lord tell Lot and his family, hey, go straight for the mountains. Do not look back. Look straight forward. Hey, guess what Lot's wife did? She did the complete opposite of what the Lord said do. You don't think Lot had his house in order? You don't think Lot told his family, hey, guess what? Y'all cannot look back by all means. And that was on a physical sense. Hey, how much more for a spiritual sense? How much greater? Only thing Lot's wife, hey, she just got destroyed. She got turned into a pillar of salt. How much more for on a spiritual level? Hey, the Lord can say, look, keep your eyes straight, and you decide to look back. For one, the Lord said you're not fit for the kingdom. We're going to get that in Luke chapter 9. Nevertheless, the Lord said, if you look back, you're not fit for the kingdom. For two, the Lord could take the spirit away from you. For three, hey, the Lord could give you whatever you looking at. Since you looking at that so much, here, have it. Then now you overthrown by that. Now you back in the world. Now these spirits then overtook you. Hey, like the sister say, hey, I'm not going to look back. That's right. So it says, let thy eyes look right on, let thy eyelids look straight before thee. All right. Don't be like your forefathers, man, who went a whoring with their eyelids, who went a whoring after other gods, who went a whoring after fornication, lust, slothfulness, evil concupiscence. Don't be like your forefathers, because all of those men, they want a whoring. It's a lot of this stuff. It started with your eyes. All right. It starts with your eyelids. It says, ponder the path of thy feet. Let thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. So the Lord said, don't look, hey, don't turn to the right or to the left. Don't be looking around you, man. Don't have wandering eyes. As they say, one-time eyes. When you read Isaiah, the 3rd chapter. And when you go to Sirach, let's go to that real quick. Sirach chapter 31. All right, bear with me. This is a blue sword. All right. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 31. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 31, and verse number 13. It says, remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing, and what is created more wicked than an eye? Therefore it weepeth upon every occasion. Right? Don't let your eyes weep upon every occasion, because that's how it's going to start. All it takes is a glance. You glancing at covetousness. Because these demons, hey, for lack of better terms, these are different women on a spiritual level. Seducing women. Seducing spirits. All right? All it takes is for you to look at them. You looking at lust. Because now when you look at it, you know, you could look at something and hurry up and turn it away. But once you kind of glance at it for a little bit, you kind of look at it a little bit, that means you're interested. It's something that you're attracted to. So if you got brothers, they just glancing at lust and fornication. They took their eyes off the prize. They looking at that. Brothers glancing at covetousness. All right. What else? Pride. You entertaining these things because you got your eyes on it. Again, your eyes should be on these. Your eyes should be in His word. Hey, your eyes. Right. Let's go to control of your eyes. Right. You don't want to let your eyes be in control of you. We just read that it weepeth upon every occasion. Hey, sometimes your eyes just gonna weep off. But you gotta put your body in subjection to run the race so that you may obtain that prize. Again, the prize is the kingdom of God. But if you lose focus, you lose sight of the king. I mean, just think about it. You lose in sight of the kingdom of heaven. All right. Here you have it. You came in for the kingdom. You was locked in, but you let Nobody didn't make you. Nobody didn't force you. You let your own eyes wander off. And you didn't rebuke your eyes. I mean, that's this Job 31 and 1. Right? This is what Job said. I made a covenant with my eyes. Why then should I think upon a maid? So hey, Job said he made a covenant with his eyes, man. And he told his eyes, hey, look, me and you finna have a talk. Well, we gonna be focused on this kingdom. We're gonna do the will of the Most High. We tunnel vision. Hey, you gotta be careful too, because certain brothers and sisters, they'll try to put a spirit on you to get you not focused on the kingdom. They'll say, come on, Ak, multiple wives is lawful. All you gotta do is just take a couple. All right. Next you to know, the brother scratching his head. He's saying, well, I mean, yeah, I was kind of, just focused on the Lord, but you is right. We do have to be fruitful and multiply. Hey, we seen that. All right. Brothers just, hey, you can't just be like this all the time. Ease up a little bit. Relax. All right. Why are you so focused? Why are you so locked in? Come on, didn't the Lord say defraud not thyself for the good day? All right. Hey, you gotta watch that spirit. You might be going home, you getting on a fast, you going to, exalting your voice to the Most High. You might have, brother, come on, Ak, you never around the Akim. What's going on? Just come out one time. All right. Finna go to this new spot. Come out, man. So Satan try to have you get undowed and unfocused, and he's gonna use anybody, not just your family. And he might use brothers in the truth, man. Sister, all right, but make sure you gotta hold fast. You gotta press toward that mark, and you gotta keep that preeminence. Let's go. Let's go to that. All right, you gotta keep those standards, as they say. Let's go to that in the book of Sirach. Right, Sirach chapter, I believe that's 34. All right. Sirach chapter, actually it's 33. All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 33 and 19. I'm going to start at verse 19. It reads, give not thy son and wife and brother and friend power over thee while thou livest. That's really why another people, they get unfocused. They don't keep they eyes wander off from the prize, because you let other people influence you what to do. You let other people peer pressure you to how you dictate your life. It's your life, yet you letting other people influence you to do what they want you to do. That's madness. It says, and give not thy good to another, lest it repent thee, and thou entreat for the same again. As long as thou livest and hast breath in thee, give not thyself over to any. For it's better that thy children should seek to thee than thou shouldest stand in their courtesy. And all thy works, keep thyself the preeminence. Leave not a stain in thy honor. So as long as you living, man, you got to have some type of standards. All right. You got to have some type of preeminence. Not that you should, not preeminence as such as a pride level. You don't want to be prideful. You want to humble yourself in humility. Nevertheless, you have to have some type of standards, some type of discipline, some type of honor, some type of discipline to say no. And as easy as it sounds to keep your eyes on the prize, it's easier said than done. With the manifold different temptations that's in this walk, the different distractions, the different demons that's going to distract you. All right. Family that you might have to take adhere to. Things you have to set in order in the church for the ministry. Things that you might have to deal with the nation. But again, we must keep our eyes on the prize, or else we will be back in the world. Let's get one more precept. And you had certain people who, growing up, and I knew certain people that was locked in on what they wanted to do in their careers. All right. Whether that was sports, singing, orchestra, they was locked in at one point in time. Then, they just their eyes was off the prize, man. They start not caring. Then you talk to them now, they like, man, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Well, hold on, I thought you was supposed to be a top NFL prospect, basketball player. All right, a singer, an artist. Now, guess what? They don't even know what they want to do. That's what drifting off gets you. All right, it's 2 Timothy 4 and verse number 10. For the Mas have forsaken me, having loved this present world, and is departed unto Thessalonica, Crescens to Galatia, Titus until Dalmatia. So Damas, he fell out of the truth, and he was laboring with Paul. All right, they saluted him, but guess what? He fell out, went back into the world, because his eyes got taken off the prize. All right, so with that, we're going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh. Lord willing, this video was edifying. Keep your eyes on the prize. Continue to read, pray, fast, study. Most importantly, beseech the Heavenly Father for his mercy. With that, I'm going to say shalom.